The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 53 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Let's go, D, let's go. Let's get there. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Wentz. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he'll find Hall. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Throwing on 3rd down. Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Let's go.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 1st and 10, it's Clement. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Clement, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in trouble.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Wentz going to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. From the gun, it's Wentz.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window, fire a bullet in there for the completion. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the 1st half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now Newton on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Newton now to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Newton. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Right there in the middle, 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He'll return it from the 6. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
20.
Newton dancing to his left, and now he's going to use his legs.
We play to win. Let's go.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Forced out to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Buying time to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They fake the give. Newton sliding out of the pocket. He's got Smith here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
What's that? 180. Mike 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go back to the ground, this time Clement. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going up top. It got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Clement. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
20.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Let's go.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. Taking it in. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Lutz with the extra point.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So now Wentz and the Eagles down 21-14. A minute 16 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. To throw is Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.